I love how.
There you go. That was it, Cam.
All right, folks, we're back here live Valero Bowling here in South Center Mall in southern part of Seattle. And we're in the finals of open doubles here right now, and Jeff and Ryan will have to double dip Bob and Robbie Hayes. It's quite the tall order. Robbie Hayes' 5-bar is absolutely on par with some of the best in the world. Not that Jeff and Ryan are any slouches, but Robbie Hayes just really literally dominates the middle of the table, defensively, offensively, everything. He's left-handed, it comes natural for him. But we'll see what happens here, because he's shooting his pull shot instead of his roller. If he's shooting his roller, I'd say it'd be probably too tough for these guys to overcome. But if he's shooting his pull shot, then Ryan and Jeff, in my opinion, have a chance to at least make competitive here. And maybe get a shot at getting to the second match here. Bob makes a beautiful ball pass down the side there. First game, folks, we're at 3-3. And Robbie takes his first time out, sets the ball up. He's thinking about what he needs to do, and I myself am going to give a little plug here for Valero Lane's Greg Spock. If you guys like bowling, this is the place to come. Come on down here and enjoy yourself. Find the manager. His name is Greg Spock. Tell him Don Caesar from Foosball Land sends you, or Seattle Open, whichever one. And I can almost guarantee you he will set you up with something. Maybe bring you out a free pizza, a drink or something, because he loves new people coming to his place. It just means great things for his company. And then also, big shout out to thanks to our sponsors, P&D Logging and Tree Service. They can take care of all your needs, logging and tree. Here in the greater South Puget Sound area, give Kelly or Greg a call down there and they'll set you right up. All right, we are coming back to action now. Robbie's getting ready to bring the ball back into play. Jeff and Ryan made a switch defensively, so we'll see if Ryan can score on Jeff or if it's going the other way here. Robbie says time in, sets the ball up on his third rod for his customary pull shot. And Robbie's really kind of famous for shoulder faking and juking and driving and whatnot. He's up, tries the middle, Jeff blocks it. Kind of misexecuted in my opinion, a little bit of fluff of middle there versus a really hard slap. And if you'll notice when you watch these guys play, Robbie Hayes does shoot a pull shot, but it's a little unorthodox compared to most people as he sets the ball up a little bit in front of his rod. Most people like to set it a little behind their rod to get a little torque when they snap the ball, but he seems to think going in front of the band, he hits a good one, so no one can argue with him, right? Ryan Harvey picks up the loose ball, which he's very apt to do most times. He shoots a roller, and Jeff Pipkin gets him the nod and says, no, you shoot it. He misexecutes it, slaps it into this high wall over there. Tries to go push side. Bob tries to pass. Ryan's there for the pass. Tops it back to Bob. Bob's got it on his 2-bar again. And Bob looked to hit a rolling bank shot to me is what he was trying to do there. And Ryan, it's a beautiful little bounce pass there. Sets his pull shot up. I think Jeff leaned over and told him, "Get your pull shot because you're more used to shooting that right out of the back." And Bob gave him the straight. Little flicker there by Ryan, and Bob coughed that straight up pretty quickly. So here we are, folks. First game looking to go 4-4 with Robbie. Pass, and he just dropped the pass. I think he executed the way he wanted it. He just dropped it. Pipkin's got the ball in the back. He loves hitting a pull shot out of the back. He hits this kind of hesitation pull shot long. Let's see if he does that. If he just strokes a regular pull shot out of the back. And he gets the pull kick too. There he is. Is that right on cue? He gets the pull kick. Right on cue, folks. Bob Barnett got the ball back on his 2-rod. Sets it up. He likes to set in the middle and see if he can bank it out of there or maybe catch somebody smooth and hit a push shot off there. that case, Ryan blocked it, got it back to his 3-rod, was able to take a shot, full shot. Bob was up to the test, made the block. Now Bob tries a little short corner bank there, and Robbie gets the ball immediately to his 3-rod, which he's so good at doing. Goes for a long. Not happy with his result. Jumps up a little bit because Jeff Pipkin is just a monster in the nets when it comes to scoring. I know I've shot on him enough times to know that. And I think my pull shot's pretty good itself, so we'll have to wait and see here what happens. Ryan sets up his pull shot on his 3-rod. And he goes long. Bob just hanging out on the straight area because Ryan's already trained him. Don't move, don't move. And Bob gave up the long that time. All right, we've got a little break in the action between games here. Come on down to Bolero Bowling, South Center Mall in Seattle. Just off exit 152, I believe, on I-5. Come on down, check it out. Greg Spock is the manager here. Ask for him and tell him Don Caesar sent you from Seattle Open Foosball, and he'll be taking care of you, no problem, I guarantee it. And there goes Joseph Wyborg. He's taking off, leading the tournament. We're winding down now. We only have just a handful of matches to play, and we're done with this tournament. 11 events overall. Finished on time. In fact, finished way on time. We're not even 10 o'clock yet, so we'll be done before 11 o'clock, it looks like, tonight, which is a very good time for a foosball tournament to finish pretty early. Robbie goes to make a pass, and I think I would say probably misexecuted a little bit. Squirts back to Jeff Pipkin's 2-rod, and he's back to ready to shoot now. And looking, studying the hole, and makes a wall pass to beautiful pass. He looks back at me like, "Did you see that?" Yes, we saw that, Jeff. Makes a wonderful wall pass. Goes straight. Bob baited him that time. It's pretty obvious Bob was baiting him that time, and reeled in Ryan with that shot, and now he's got the ball in his 2-rod, looking to get the ball to his partner or score. And he makes a good pass. Robbie I think he was expecting more wall, and it was a lane pass, but squirts through to Jeff Pipkin's 2-rod. Now Jeff's now going to study the hole, and he's going to figure out what he's going to do with it. He takes a slider to the deep hole, but Bob's there to catch the ball, and makes an outstanding pass to Robbie's 3-rod. Robbie can't quite hold on to it. Now he's looking to make a pass. Oh, beautiful uphill. Like I said, folks, you want to watch a 5-bar, and that is like symphony. Robbie's 5-bar. Sets the ball, pull shot, looking to score, make this thing a 1-0 game, and he hits a middle on Jeff. Surprisingly enough, I didn't expect to see Jeff give up middle, but he does. So, being joined by Cam Burrows out of Canada here. How you doing, Cam? Awesome. He's doing well. And Robbie, Ryan and Jeff, they answered you there, and they tied score up at 1-1. All right, Robbie Hayes set up for the pull shot. Gets his 3-bar rather quickly. Throws a lot of shoulder fakes into it. It's kind of funny to watch him. I don't see many people do shoulder faking in foosball, but Robbie's pretty good at it. It's pretty funny to watch. He sets his pull shot up. Like I said, just a little different than most. A little bit in front of the rod and the little man instead of behind. I'm not sure why he thinks that, but it's all right. He makes a lot of shots, so it's good enough for him. It's good enough for anybody, in my opinion. Jeff's got the ball. His 2-rod setting up, and he's looking to pass. Made a beautiful pass where Robbie just intercepted. His 5-bar defense is right up there with anybody's. And again, his 5-bar offense is very much up there with anybody's. Makes it look easy when he makes that pass. And he's going to get a lot more shots than most, and hits a long. Beautiful long, stroked it long, made a little spray on it, but he got it on Jeff, and they're up 2-1 this game. Down one game, it looks like. They're up 2-1. And Ryan's got an insane chip uphill. I mean, it goes all the way out to, the front part of the goal. That's how far it goes. But he goes for a long. Bob gets a piece of it and blocks it. And I'm going to guess Ryan's going to pick a peek at that straight. Yep, that's typical Ryan right there. He gets you on the long. He's going to make you work now. And he goes back to the long. He's rotating long, straight, long, straight. And now Bob's got the ball in his push position out of the back 2 rod, looking to get it to his partner or score, and didn't do either one there as he goes, and he squirts one through Ryan Harvey's 5 bar, and Robbie's got it on his 3 all of a sudden. A little quick action, little bump there by Bob out of the back to the front. Well, Robbie has found a hole now. Robbie is convinced he can score long on Jeff, and he does. And they're up 3-1, folks. Second game, down 1 game, but looking to make it a tie match here. Finals, open doubles here in the Seattle Open. First time in over 2 decades we've played this tournament, and we're going to keep coming back and doing this every year. Thanks to the great friendly faces of Greg Spock and his crew here at Bolero Bowling in South Center Mall. Got a lot of people. We've set it up out in the open area of the bowling alley, so lots of people can watch because they've never seen this professional level foosball before. As Robbie strokes home a straight, Ryan was racing along after watching Robbie beat Jeff up twice that way. Pretty simple pickings there for Robbie, and I think we're going to go to another game all tied up 1-1, but we'll see here as Jeff Pipkin sets up his roller. Bob's going to make him work those long holes. He's not going to give middle. He thinks he can guard his long better that way. I don't know. I think Jeff likes his longs a lot, so we'll see if that defense holds up well before he starts scoring. Bob sets it in push position. He can get a push kick out of this, too. You got to be aware of that. So can't just be sitting there on that push. Although this time he tries to push lane hard. And Jeff's there for the task. He picks the ball off his 3 rod instantly, and he goes, like I said, if he keeps leaving that long, Jeff's going to hurt him there. He went right around him on that pull side long. It wasn't even close. So Robbie's got the ball on his 3 rod. It's literally like watching just symphony. His 5 bar is so pretty. Sets the ball up. Tries to go straight, and Ryan's up for the test. Does a quick pull push kick and gets it right back to himself off the Robbie's 3 rod. Does a quick pull kick, which goes bouncing off the back wall big time. Right to Jeff's 3 rod, sets it up, looking at the hole. And this time Bob's up for the test, says no more of those. No more pull sides like that. He's got it in a standard push side. And he tries just a simple push. Like I said, he has a push kick out of this position. He hits it right on cue. Gets it up to his partner. Gets quite hanging on the dribble ball. Ryan goes to clear it. Bounces it off of Robbie's 3. Where's it go? Back to Bob. So Ryan has cleared the ball effectively. Not the way you normally would do it, but bounces off the table. Gets it back to Bob Barnett's 2 bar. And now Bob's sending it up in his push position and tries a pass that Jeff is simply sitting and waiting on. No hope for that pass whatsoever. Not the best choice there, and now he's looking to make it a close game, 4-3, and he goes full side again, deep, and I mean that went around dead bar even if it was there or not. Calls a timeout. He wants Bob and Robbie to think about their comeback a little bit more than they were thinking about it before, so they got 30 seconds now to think about that comeback. All right, folks, a little break in the action. Well, time to plug Bolero Lanes again here in South Center Seattle Mall. South Seattle. Great to come on down and bowl if you want to bowl. They got an arcade down there, and they got pool tables. They got all kinds of stuff for everybody, including a nice bar if you want to go in there and grab a few drinks. It's here too for you. Talk to Greg and tell him Don sent you. And if you bring your kids, I'll bet you he'll hand you a couple arcade cards. Free $5 play for everybody. If you bring your little family brood down there, I'll bet you he hands you a couple of those. I could be wrong, but I know Greg well enough. I think he'd be a good guy to do that because he wants you to come back and enjoy your time here. All right, we're at a 4-3 game now, second game. Robbie's got the ball on his 5 bar, looking to advance it on the near side to his 3 bar. Slowly looks it over, and he does so. His 5 bar. It's just amazing to watch. I laugh and giggle because I've had to defend it many times. Sets it up. Customary pull shot setup. Goes long and Ryan is camped, but he coughs the ball up back to Robbie. And this is the kind of mistakes you can't make at this level because this is where you usually get paid for right here. And as I speak, Robbie hits it. He makes a mistake. Costs you the game. We're at 1-1, folks, now. And Robbie throws the ball down the table, walks away, comes over to take a sip of his beer, feeling really good about himself. We'll see how it goes next match, or next game, but we are tied 1-1 right now. Taking a break in the action. I'll be right back after I take a few bites of food myself. Okay, folks, back for game 3. Jeff Pipkin going down, makes a simple lane pass. He's got very, 3 or 4 varied series from 5-bar passing. He tonight is utilizing the one where he just goes to the same spot, looks at the defense, and either goes down if he sees silver, or pokes it through the lane like he just did there. But he missed the shot. Bob is up for the block, hits a push kick out of the back. It squirts away of everybody and lands in Ryan's little 2-bar area. Ryan hits a sling, and his slings are insane, legendary, insanely powerful, coming out and so quick. I mean, if you're not right there staring in front of it, you're going to get eaten up by it. Jeff Pipkin gets lucky, bounce ones off of Robbie's little 5-bar. Sends the roller up, man, he's going full side. And if that wasn't obvious to everybody else, it was obvious to him because he saw a big old hole over there like I saw on the tape. And this time, Jeff's up to the task, makes a steal from Robbie's 5-bar. And that's been the difference of the game is Robbie's 5-bar. So if Jeff starts getting on that, then this could be doomsday for Ryan and Jeff. But we'll see what happens here as Ryan does pull push kick. Gets a lucky break off of about 2 or 3 guys as it rolls back into Bob's hole. And all of a sudden they are down 2-0 third game. So we could see a kind of a turning point here in the match unless Robbie and Bob can bring it back. Goes for a pull kick and basically bounces it off a bunch of 5-bar rods between the 2 of them and lands on Robbie's 3-bar. Robbie sets his pull shot up. And that looked a little deeper than normal, folks, where the ball was sitting. I think he's just ready to go. He's ready to rip it. He sets it up, looks at the hole. He's trying to figure out what Ryan's doing, if Ryan's doing anything unusual. And I think he hit the ball right where he wanted to, but Ryan made the block. Makes a beautiful lane pass on the far side to Pipkin's 3-rod. And guess what? Jeff, as he will do, calls a timeout and says, hey, think about that pass, guys, because that was a perfect pass. And I'm proud of my partner, so I want everybody to see it. Show it off. All right, ball's coming back in action now. Jeff puts it back in action. He's asking Bob if he's ready. Bob says he's ready. Gives him the nod. He sets up his roller. And Bob's going to have to change his defense. There he goes. That's going to hurt, too, because Jeff's really good at reading the middle. And we'll see what happens here. He takes a look. He's peeking at that pull, and he goes push. Goes push. He got Bob to come on over a little bit more than he probably wanted to, and goes push side, far side. Ryan's hooping and hollering on the back going, yeah, Junior, let's go. That's what he calls him, Junior, because his name's Jeff Pipkin Jr. And Junior has turned on the defense and has not let Robbie connect a single pass this game, which is really obviously going to help. And Ryan makes a beautiful pass, and of course, Jeff. Uh-oh. Looked like a pass. Bob was trying to get up to the 3-rod, and Jeff picked it up on his 5-bar. He's very good at that. Hacks at it and knocks it right into the hole. So now Robbie's pretty much kiss this game goodbye. He's trying to hack, doing whatever, and I'm pretty sure he's going to go into quick shot mode here and just try to do what he can to get a point. And he does. He hits a beautiful straight, and Ryan gave it up to him. So it may not be over yet. They made a switch over here, and Bob's 3 bar is electric. He's good enough to get the ball to his 3 rod too to Pipkin. Kind of a herky-jerky kind of 5 bar, so we'll see how that goes. But he's been playing back the whole time, so who knows if he can even execute. It's very hard to do. I've done it many times myself, so I know it's very hard to execute when you go from back to front. Usually the passing maybe, but it's hard to execute shooting. And Robbie's in the back, just waiting for the ball to come back there so he can get it. He picks it up. Sets up his pull shot and roasts it out of the back. Folks, we got a game here. It looked like it was a game a minute ago. Now we got a 4-2 game. In the third game, finals match of open doubles here at Seattle Open. Robbie Hayes, Bob Barnett out of Oregon on one side, and Jeff Pipkin and Ryan Harvey also out of Oregon on the other side. All Oregon affair in open doubles. Robbie's bouncing the ball around, and look at Bob picking up on his 5 bar, but Jeff steals the ball with his 5 bar. His 5 bar defense is, like I said before, legendary and amazing. People describe it in multiple different ways, but nobody likes shooting on it or trying to pass on it. There's that series. Either I'm going down or I'm going there straight. Just gets to the same spot, and it's two different passes. Robbie shows him a much different defense than Bob did. Let's see if it makes a difference. He calls a timeout. And Jeff will use all his timeouts most games, so he uses his second timeout. And Robbie's like, I'm going to take it. I'm going to block him. So we'll see what happens here. Jeff comes back to the table. Jeff sets it up for his roller, looking to eye in the hole over a little bit. Robbie's trying to bait in the middle. We'll see if Jeff reciprocates or goes long. Oh, he comes back to it with a beautiful fake. He fakes the long on the high side, comes right back to the middle. Robbie tipped it. Robbie was baiting a middle, but then when he saw that fake, he went to the long to take away the post, and the middle was right there for the picking. All right, folks, a little break in the action here as Robbie's warming up his 5 bar again. Practice there. Not sure. One person in the world probably doesn't need practice on his 5 bars, Robbie Hayes, but he's going to. Probably why he's so good, he practices so much. This is 4th game now.
Jeff, that's good. Yeah.
4th game. Don't worry, I got it. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. This one, that one's mine. This one's mine. We are, folks, back in the action. Game 4. Robbie Hayes gets to his 3 rod. Sets up first pull shot. Ryan Harvey in the net defending. Doing a fairly good job, too. Making Robbie work. He tries to straighten. Ryan's right there with the quick defense. Tries to pass the lane off his back man, but Robbie picks it up and bounces back to pick his 5 bar. Robbie knows he's going to have to knock it up a notch. He's going to win this on defense on the 5 bar. So he does that. Does it well, too. He picks up Jeff Pipkin's pass. Ryan clears it by bouncing it off the table again. He's really good at that. He hits the ball really hard down. Creates a lot of torque and bounces the ball hard off the table usually. Not uncommon for him to knock the ball off the table. Bob hits a beautiful bank, but it's picked up by Ryan in the back as it went off several men on the way down the table. And then he then twirls around the ball a couple times, pulls over, hits a beautiful pull kick. Beautiful, right down the long side there, back towards the middle. He's studying the defense of Jeff Pipkin's 5 bar. He's in a little bit of trouble, so he hits beautiful, beautiful brush up lane. Gets the ball on his 3 rod. Taking a look at the hole, trying to figure out how to score, and he scores with an accidental woof down the middle, trying to go long. He comes back to the between the guys, and that's one of the most deadliest shots in foosball. No goalie in the world likes that shot. It's happened to me millions of times, I understand. Jeff gets the ball, a nice, beautiful downhill pass to his 3 rod, sets the roller up. He was hurting Bob pretty bad on the pull side. Let's see if he stays with that. He typically will, but he also likes that middle. Bob keeps hitting that big middle to him. Oh, but Bob's there for the test. He comes back. I think he was baiting him, and he successfully baited him. Now he's taking a look at that middle again. I don't know. He's going to go full side of the middle. One of those two. He goes back to the middle, and Bob yet again is there. Now I think he's picking the right hole, folks. He's just picking the wrong time to hit it. So I think he's going to keep poking at that until he figures out his timing. There it is, middle. Like I said, he's just going to move the ball around a little bit more, figure out the timing, and see what he ends up with. Robbie Hayes gets it to his 3 rod without a whole bunch of trouble. Sets the ball up for a pull shot. And strokes the long as he nuzzles up and cradles the ball. We have 2-2 game here, folks. 2 games. The one, Jeff Pipkin, Ryan Harvey. Ryan not happy with himself there. He thinks he should have had that one. Pipkin puts the ball back in play, and he goes to a quick wall pass, which I don't think he's done this match yet. He's done other matches. And they completely caught Bob off guard. So Pipkin sets it up for his roller. See what Robbie gives him his defense. Robbie's kind of staying in the standard shuffle. But he's moved. Oh, what a beautiful shot. The same thing he did when he won on. He moved the ball over, acted like he was pushing it, and came back to the middle, caught him sleeping. With his defense split, because Robbie expected him to go. When he does that fake, you expect him to go to the long hole. Robbie able to keep that ball on his 5 bar off the defense of Ryan Harvey. But goes to the 3 bar very quickly with the uphill pass. Now he sets up his pull shot. A couple of shoulder fakes, couple of fakes with the man. Fake some more. He was scoring the long, and he scores it again. He was scoring the long on Jeff earlier, and he went right around Jeff's defense yet again. Like I said before, I'm not sure it's his best shot, but it certainly is a very effective and good enough shot right now as he's keeping this game very competitively at 3-3 now. Jeff just misexecuted that pass and couldn't quite pick up the loose ball. Got way through to Robbie. Robbie's got the ball back on his 2 bar, which is a very good 2 bar, by the way. It makes a beautiful pass. Bob calls timeout immediately as soon as he picks it up. Robbie gives him a couple of fist bumps there. Says, "Good job, Bob. Way to catch my beautiful pass." We got to break in and timeout in the action here, folks. Come on down to Bolero Lanes. Visit Greg Spock, the manager of this place, and ask him, or tell him Don Caesar sent you from Seattle Open Foosball, and ask him if he'll set your kids up for you with a couple of arcade cards. Come out and enjoy yourself. The food's great, the bowling's great, the arcade's great, the pool's great. Everything here is great. The people are great. They're all very friendly, all of them. From Nick and Lizzie and Sam and quite a few others. Michael. They're all fantastic there. So come on down here and enjoy yourself. Robbie sets the ball up after timeout on his pull side. Checking out Ryan. He goes long. I think he's got long happy, I think, at this point. He's just going to keep going long. We'll see how that works out. Jeff Pipkin sets the ball up. He's going to go in the same series he's been having really success with, and that is down from the same spot or lane from the same spot. And there's the lane. Yeah, I mean, literally tries one. That's not open. He knows the other one is. Sets his roller up on Bob. He's been scoring on pretty good. Oh, he drops it. Not only does he drop it, he drops it to Robbie's 3 bar, which is, you don't want to do that at this level. Like I said in the last game, you make mistakes. Robbie is typically going to make you pay, and there it is. A straight, and we got ourselves a 2-2 match. We're going to fifth game, folks, and anything can happen now because it's overtime. Race to 8 if it happens. Then you never know. With these teams, it could go down to 8-7. All right, folks, we'll break in the action here. Seattle Open Foosball Tournament. First time in a couple decades we've played this thing, or more than a couple decades. Brought to you by P&D Tree and Logging Service. Greater Sound, Puget Sound area, they're the people to call. If you have issues with trees or need logs moved or hauled off, they are the people. Talk to Kelly Nagel and her husband Greg, and they'll set you up and do a great job for you. They're sponsors for our tournament here this weekend, and they've done a great job for us. In fact, Greg even played a couple nights in this tournament. He's a pretty fair foosball player himself. All right, we're coming back down to open doubles here. This is the final game of the first match. If Ryan and Jeff win it, then they have to go back and play them again because Bob and Robbie have not lost the match yet. Double elimination. Ryan and Jeff coming out losers, so they lost I think they also lost the first time they played these guys. So pretty sure Robbie and Bob put them in the losers. So here we go. Jeff gets the ball in his 3-rod. Trying to figure out the hole that Bob's leaving him. And I don't know if he was trying to fake that, but it looked like a great fake if he wasn't, even if he wasn't doing it on purpose. Bob bit it. He put the man back on the ball and went right back to where Bob was vacating from because of the fake. Oh, but the ball bounces off the back wall, off a couple of Jeff Finn, goes right to Robbie's 3-bar. He tries a straight, and I think he misexecuted it, went to post and then back out. Now Jeff's got the ball in his 2-bar. Looking to make a pass or to Ryan or to score it out of the back. Tries a long pull shot. Robbie just picks it up with his 5-bar. Now he's going to get advanced as soon as he can to his 3-bar. Oh, he hacks it and bounces it off of. He bounces it off of Jeff's 2-bar right back to his 3-bar. Pretty smart play if he can do it all the time. But Jeff doesn't let that happen normally, so I'd say he's more fortunate and lucky than he was good on that one. And he makes him pay for that mistake and scores, and we are at a 1-1 game in the 5th game. Finals, open doubles here at Seattle Open. Makes a downhill pass that Robbie thought he had, but it went between the men, which is very unusual, but it happens sometimes. Sets his roller up, studying Bob's defense. Sooner or later, he's going to pick that middle. It's just too big. Sooner or later, he's just going to let it rip. But he goes full side. He's going to keep Bobby honest. It's going to keep Bobby showing him that big middle, and Jeff's going to rip that middle sooner or later. I guarantee it. Bobby gets the ball, and Ryan got a piece of that pass, so it goes back to Jeff's 2-bar. Sets it up in his customary pull shot position. Steps back. Make sure he clears his hips out of the way so he can pull a pull shot. Tries to pass to Ryan on the wall. Didn't get it to his 3-rod. Got it bounced off of Robbie's 5-bar to Ryan's 5-bar. Ryan calls timeout. Jeff goes back up front. And we got a switch on the other side where Robbie's gone to the back and Bob's moved up front. It's fine because both are very capable of forward both positions. I think Robbie's defense out of the back and offense out of the back is a little bit higher than Bob's. But Bob, if he gets the ball and shoots his roller on the 3-rod, you're going to see something very special. He's got a very good roller on the front bar. But we'll see what happens here. As Bob putting the defensive front on as Jeff calls the time in. We've used one. You've got both of yours. Jeff says, yep. And now we'll go back to the time in. Folks, ball's back in play by Jeff Pipkin. He's working the near side. He's got a brush series, and he goes to the quick wall pass just like he beat Bob on the first time. This time Bob had a piece of it, and he bounces off the back wall and he goes 3-rod. Because Robbie couldn't corral in the rebound. He's used the fake a couple times with Robbie to open the middle. Let's see if he does that again. No. He tries to go deep, long, and on the push side, Robbie's sitting there waiting for him. But it bounces right back to Jeff. We'll see how much he does any tap faking or not. No, just rock every couple times. And Jeff can hit from dead standstill. It doesn't bother him at all. Tries the middle again, and Robbie is there this time. Gathers it up, shoots a pull shot out of the back, and he clears the ball effectively. But Ryan Harvey now has the ball, and Ryan Harvey's going to try to score a point from the back. It looks like goes a pull shot. Didn't quite clear. Got the Bob's 5-bar, and Bob's immediately, just like Ryan, called timeout and says, Robbie, you come up here and you take this because I can't do it as well as you. All right, so Robbie Hayes comes up to the front. Out of the timeout, both teams have one timeout left now. Oh, and the defensive, same thing on this side. Defensive switch on this side. Jeff Pipkin goes in the back, who's got a better defense, I think. Although Robbie's been scoring better on him, so I'm not sure I understand that switch. But Ryan's offense up front, if he gets the ball, instant offense up there. Robbie gets the ball in play, goes to look to pass on Ryan, and Ryan makes a steal, gets the ball. And he gets the ball, now he's going to get this 3-rod, and just executes his pass. Dribbles back into Bob's territory. Bob sets up the far side push man. Oh my gosh, he whiffs. You can't whiff. Like I said, that's when pros make you pay for mistakes like that. So Ryan Harvey is going to probably make him pay for this. Man, Bob's up to the task. Good job by Bob. That's a very fortunate block there. Bob sets it up in his push side. He's not going to do any more of those things. He said, I'm just going to push that ball and get it out of here. Successfully gets it to Robbie's 5-bar, which means he's probably successfully got it to Robbie's 3-bar, even though Ryan's blocked him a couple times. Robbie will figure it out, and he'll go one way or the other. And he goes up as Ryan dives to the wall for the third time in a row. Now he's been scoring long on Jeff. Let's see if he goes back to it. He tries to go middle and ticks it just a little bit. This hit. And Ryan gets the ball on his 3-rod, or 5-rod, gets it to his 3-rod and deep down here. Like I said, they both have that deep down here angle. Very effective. Sets up his roller, and he goes push side. His roller is, in a word, his roller's bionic. He can go dead bar either way from a dead standstill in the middle, and it's very fast, very quick. And look, Robbie gets the ball to his 3-rod with yet another lane pass uphill. And he scores the middle that he missed the last time. He was looking at that the whole time, and he knows he mishit it the last time. He's right back to it. Found that hole pretty inviting and scored it. Now we're looking at 3-2 game here. Final game of the first match. Jeff Pipkin, Ryan Moore, one point ahead, but they got the ball on his 5-rod, so they could have a chance of moving it to 4-2 if he get it to his 3-rod. Pipkin's so good at picking those up. He picked up the 5-rod, took a swat at it, into the hole it goes. It's now 4-2. Ryan Harvey and Jeff Pipkin at 4-2. Ooh, he leaves him a straight, and Robbie punishes him the second he saw it. All right, they fist bump each other over here between Ryan and Jeff. Say, come on, we can do this. Come on, we got this. And now he looks to make a pass, and it's one place or another. He calls a timeout. He gets it to his 3-rod, a simple up. And I'm going to guess Ryan Harvey's going to go up front and shoot his roller yet again. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Robbie Hayes get back there trying to stop him. But we'll see. Maybe not. We'll see. Got a break in the action or timeout. Down here below Bowling Alley, South Center Mall in Seattle, wonderful city of Seattle, in the southern part. Tukwila is actually the little town or borough that we're in here in the south part of Seattle. Come on down if you want to bowl, play arcade, pool, or just watch a lot of sports on TV. They have it all down here. Yeah, if you got a big party you want to plan, they have executive suites, they have family rooms, they have everything down here for your party needs. Visit Greg Spock. Tell him Don Caesar from Seattle Foosball Open sent you. and he'll take care of you. Alrighty, folks. We'll break in the action. Final game of the first match. Jeff Pipkin's got it on his 3-rod. Robbie Hayes is in the defensive nets. Little conference about how many timeouts we have left, and on we go. Jeff puts the ball in play, in his roller position. Looking the defense over, trying to see where Robbie's leaving him. Oh, and he hits a monster pull side out of the roller position, and they win the first match. But they got to do it again because Robbie and Bob are the two that put Jeff and Ryan in the losers there, folks. So hang on a second. I think someone bumped the camera here. There we go. Back on straightness there. Straighter. So there's a break between matches. I'll come back to you. We're going to take a break for probably 5 or 10 minutes knowing these guys. And we'll come back, call the final match of the night here for open doubles. And then we'll be on to the finals of the Pro-Am version of our where we have pros and amateurs play together. Oh, we're going to do a little table maintenance in between. You can watch Cam Burrows out of Canada, one of our guys that does some of this stuff for us. Make sure the table's level if we have a complaint out there. Alrighty, I'll talk to you guys in a few. Hope you're enjoying your time listening. I'm not trying to do my best as solo act here as one of our microphones broke down. We weren't able to do some of the dual interviewing and stuff we wanted to do. Alright, folks. Come on down to Bolero Bowling Alley here in South Center Mall in Seattle, Tukwila area. Ask for Greg Spock, the manager, and he'll take care of you. Back in a few. We're back for a break in action where right away Ryan makes a quick steal off Robbie Hayes' 5-bar, and now he sets it up in a rolling position. And Bob's up for the task on the push side, or pull side. But he coughs it up right back to the defensive 5-bar of Ryan and gets it on his 3-bar, tries a quick shot middle, and Bob's still sitting there waiting for him. Again, 3 blocks in a row, but Ryan's got the ball back on his 3-rod yet again. Jeff says something to him. I think he's going to go to his pull shot now. And Bob's going to try a little standard defense here, see if he can control Ryan's 3-bar, but he doesn't this time. Ryan's pull shot's a little different. Most goes long mostly and gets straight, but long and straight. He doesn't like the middle most time, but people let him have the long or the straight. And that's it pretty much. And here we go. Jeff's got the ball on his 2-rod after Ryan made it 1-0. He ticks the side of one of his 5-bar men defending the pass of Robbie Hayes. Goes into Jeff Pipkin. Back out on his 2-bar. In the full position, almost turns the ball over, but Robbie gives it right back to him. Allows Jeff another chance to pass it or shoot it, and he tries to squirt one down to the wall, and Robbie's not going to let that happen. It happened once before, it ain't happening again in Robbie's eyes. Jeff sets it up for his pull shot, and he whiffs it, and oops is what you could say. You can't do that, not at this level. It's going to hurt you usually. And Robbie making pay for it? We'll find out. He snuggles up. Going to go long, I'm going to guess. He snuggles up, and he tries long, but Jeff is right there, and it bounces off a couple of men right to Ryan's 3-bar. Sets it up for his pull shot, and he goes straight. As I said, straight or long, pretty much all you're going to see out of him. He might sneak a middle in, but that's where he's going to go. And he tries straight again, and he read it right. Jeff's actually nodding his head like that's the right read, but he's just mis-executing it, but he steals the ball back from Bob. Big critical mistake, but you can't just turn the ball over to the other forward. And he tries straight yet again, but Jeff says, yep, that's the right one. Bob's there, though, so he must be baiting it pretty well because he keeps hitting it out. Tries a bank shot, and kind of a weird little wobbler out of there. Doesn't bank it correctly, but it goes off a few minutes. Comes to Jeff's 2-bar back here. As Jeff looks to clear it or possibly even score it out of the back. Might fit the pass. He's a very good passer. He thinks he's good at the line of 3-bar. He tries. He gets spiked. The ball bounces up and around his men. He gets spiked on a shot. Robbie Hayes spikes him, and he goes right back in his hole. Bouncing in there. Here we are, folks. We're in a 1-1 game. First game, second match. Jeff tries a simple pass. That lane just a little mis-executed, though. Tries a quick pass. Robbie's there to finish, slaps it back to Ryan in the 2-bar area. Ryan gets it, and he just goes pull kick, pull shot. He doesn't matter what he's going to swing fast and hard. And you count to 3, and the ball's going the other direction pretty much every time. Sets the ball up in his pull shot, hits a slingshot, and Bob corrals it in the back as they were waiting for it. Sets up his push shot, and he can hit a push kick, which he's done before and scored last match. Ryan sets it up and tries to hit a big angle brush out of the back corner, and Jeff's got it on his 5-bar, corrals it up. Sets it up for a pass, looking to make a pass here. Gets it to his 3-rod. My vision was blocked, I apologize. But gets it to his pass. Looked like he went lane potentially. Now he's got a little roller set up. Trying to make it 2-1, take a 2-1 lead into the first game of the final match. Makes a shot, Bob makes the block, but gives it back to Jeff. And it's hard to corral that roller shot sometimes. He top spin and bounces off so hard. Oh, I think he gets a lucky break there as he went for a fake. Bob, I think, was actually in front of that. And Jeff just chipped the corner of his man back at an angle into the near side instead of fitting it right down the middle where he's planning. Robbie gets the ball on his 3-rod very quickly. Tries to throw in. He successfully, I think, gave Ryan a couple of shoulder fakes. Ryan froze and he went right around him. Like I said, folks, you don't see many people use a shoulder fake and foosball, but Robbie Hayes does it very effectively. There we go, folks. Jeff Pipkin puts the ball back in play. He's going to go from that. Oh, he does a quick ball pass. Catches Robbie a little off guard there. That's another thing he does off that series, but most of the time it's just down and up from the same spot, and you really got to make a decision where you're going to defend it from. Tries to get Bob to move a little bit. Bob doesn't buy it. He stays at home and blocks him on the near side post. Tries to push kick out of the back. Jeff's up for the task. Makes an easy block. Goes right back to Bob. And Bob hits an inside bank that was just perfect. Went right between Ryan's men, who I actually thought were in the right place or close to it. And Bob hit it perfectly deep with a hard spin, and it came right back between them. So that makes it 3-2 now, folks. Final match of the Open Doubles tonight. After this, we'll be seeing some of the Pro-Am right after this, where you get to see pros and AMs play together and show their stuff coming, amateurs coming up in the ranks or whatever. Robbie sets up, full shot, hits the straight. And we are at 4-2 as Bob's bank out of the back, big bank out of the back, helped them go breaking the action here, folks. Come on down to Bolero Bowling Alley in South City Center Mall in Seattle. Asked for Greg Spock, the manager, told him Don Caesar from Seattle Open Foosball sent you, and asked him to set you and your family up for a great time. Bowling, arcade, food, drinks, you name it, they've got it. And pretty soon, maybe foosball down the road. Right, coming back to the action. Jeff and Ryan are coming back from their timeout. Need a little break there, down 4-2. Put the ball into action with the 5-bar in, down or up. There it is, same spot every time. Puts a clinic onto that series. Sets the ball up in a roller, looking over Bob's defense. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go pull side if he's going to leave it that big of a man. He comes over, goes pull side, but Bob switched his defense right at the right time. Has his man there. And then Jeff hits it into his man. Bob had the answer and hits a slasher into the corner off of the wingman, as we like to call him, on a goalie rod, and it goes into their hole. And Robbie and Bob take a 1-0 lead in a pretty dominated game by them, and a 5-2 game into the last one slop. The rest of it was pretty dominated by them. Robbie and Bob over there talking their strategy over. We got a little break in the action between games here. Come on down to Bolero. This is the Seattle Open. First time in a couple decades it's been played here in Seattle Foosball Tournament. Seattle Open. Brought to you by P&D Logging. If you need logging or tree service, give Kelly and Greg Nagel a call and they'll set you up, take care of you. Mention Seattle Foosball Open and they might even give you a discount since they're one of the sponsors here. Alright, here we go, folks. Back into play we go. Very simple series. He adds that quick wall pass too. And very effective at getting the ball. And these two probably get the ball more than anybody around. And he goes push side. Catches Bob kind of in a switch there. So I think Bob was expecting to push, but he was switching. And if you make a lazy switch, these pros will make you pay. And I think there was just a little bit of slow on the switch by Bob. Robbie tries it downhill, and Ryan, defending him well, steals the ball. And several times he's defended them well and stolen it. Now they got the ball, and they're looking to go up 2-0, and Bob up to the task for Ryan. Like I said, Ryan, if it's on his rod more than 3 seconds, that's a miracle in my humble opinion. He is always going to shoot it fast, hard, and when you're not expecting it, know what he hopes. Sets up full shot this time. Probably go long. He usually goes long or straight. Now he's going to call timeout. Ball's not cooperating. He's tried a couple shots. Doesn't feel very comfortable doing it. Says, Jeff, get up there and shoot it. Make it 2-0. Let's make this a match, he says. Get up there and shoot. So Jeff goes up there. He'll set it up for his roller. Gets it set up for his roller after touching the guy. Lets Bob's defense over. And tries to make a decision what he wants to do. And he comes back to the middle with a beautiful shot. So All right, folks. So Robbie's got the ball on his 3-row, looking to get it to his, 5-bar, getting to his 3-row. Tries it. Ryan's been defending him brilliantly. I mean, I've never seen Robbie get this blocked with the 5-bar. But he gets through in the high lane pass there, a little brush up series. Sets the ball up, a little shoulder fake, a little neck fake, a little head fake, and misses executes the shot. But he gets back on his 5-bar, so he thinks he's going to probably get it right back. And Ryan, again, is defending him. I don't know what he's doing exactly, but whatever he's doing well. And this time he gets the ball and swats it back into Bob's area, so now Bob's got to clear it past Ryan. He hits a beautiful pass, Ryan's up to the task on the 5-bar, swats it back, and guess what? Bob's got no chance to clear it. Bob sets up the push side. Loves to make this pass off that. Hits a push kick pretty good, but it bounces off of Jeff's front 2-bar and back into the Robbie Hayes' 5-bar. Robbie looks to set it up for get his 3-bar on the ball and tries to go up, and I think he kind of stubbed it, and Ryan was there waiting for it. So he swats it back to Bob yet again. Bob's got to set it up, and he will try to hit the bank off that middleman shot pass setup he does. That's where he hit that inside bank the last game, which was absolutely beautiful, right between a well-defended goalie in my opinion. Banks there, swats it up here. Robbie tries to pick it up, can't do it. Robbie usually will throw his rod when he can't do something like that. It's kind of funny to watch. Jeff sets up the full shot. He's coughed it up a couple times there where Robbie's ended up with the ball. But at this point, it's 2-0, second game, second match. Robbie and Bob are up 1 game so far. Jeff and Ryan trying to make it an even Steven, 1 game apiece. Jeff sets up his pull shot, pulls it back and forth with that his push. And he slowly rolls it out of there. Hits a pull shot, slow roller out of there, just trying to get down. He does so, successfully clears it. Bob sets it up in his push position. Jeff keeps it in his area, just almost snuck away from him, but Jeff's got it back here. Tries to do a little razzle-dazzle, dipsy-do maybe, trying to get the ball cleared up there because Robbie's been all over his pull shot, so he's added a little dimension to his clearing out of here now. And Bob, beautiful brush up pass to Robbie's 3-rod. Robbie's got the shot now. He's going to take his pull shot, sets it up, nuzzles up to the ball, and goes immediately, which is unusual for him, but he tries to get a quick shot, and Jeff was waiting for him. So Robbie gets it back, sets it up, gets it in front of his man a little bit like he likes, nuzzles up to the ball, stares at the hole he wants to shoot. Strokes the middle, but Jeff is there for the block. Jeff sets up this pull shot. Gets it down to Ryan. He got a rebound off of one of Bob's men. He sets up his full shot. Tries to go long. I'm not sure if Bob blocked it or he just misexecuted it into the wall. Either way, Bob's got the ball now and sets up the push shot, and he gets the ball off of Jeff, front of Jeff's 2-bar, right to Robbie. Okay, folks, Robbie's setting it up again with his pull shot, customary a little bit in front of the man like he always does. I'm going to guess long this time. Okay, right there on cue, folks. He is pull shot perfectly, gets right around Jeff's defense. I'm not sure if we quite call it long, but it went around both guys, so it was long in the theoretical sense. Okay, folks, we're back. Jeff Pipkin puts the ball in play on his 5-rod. Beautiful, beautiful wall pass. He's got a very quick wall pass. In fact, he's got an amazing bounce pass off that series. Like I said, both their 5-bars are fantastic. They both play the game of attrition where they get the ball more than the other team and they can score more that way. Jeff goes for the push side, just misses outside there, hits the post, bounces back to his 5-bar. He tries a quick middleman pass, but Robbie's there to block it, and the ball, Ryan tries to clear it, bounces back to the 5-bar. Robbie right back to Ryan. Ryan clears it, bounces it off Bob's area into Jeff's 3-rod. And Jeff goes push side again, and Bob is up for the task there. Sets it up in the middleman push style. looking to bank it maybe, or he has a little firewall bank. But this time, Ryan and Jeff corral it in back here in the 2-bar area with Ryan. After a good defense by Jeff. Shoots a sling there off the pull kick. And loves to hit that ball. This time he just hits a straight pull kick and it turned into a bank shot, which was blocked by Robbie Hayes' 5-bar, I believe, and then knocked off the table, which means Bob gets the ball and Ryan has effectively cleared the ball. Win the second game of the second match. No doubles. 2-1. Ryan and Jeff. I'm going to adjust the camera here just a little. Make it a little straight. They keep moving the table when they're shooting and playing. Alright, Bob puts it back into play off his push side on the back 2-bar. With the clear, and he clears the ball by knocking it off the table too. So they're getting really good at clearing the ball. Oh, they're going to move the table on me now. I'm going to put my phone on mute and tell them not to do that. Just a second. All right, we're back, folks. They couldn't find the ball there for a bit, so they swapped a couple off of the other table next to us. We're not using them all anymore after this. We're getting very close to finishing. I'm going to adjust the camera yet again as they keep moving the table around on me. And Ryan Harvey's earned the right Bob's earned the right to, as blocking Ryan's shot, to clear the ball yet again. So here we go. He tries to pass. Jeff's up for the test. Almost spiked him, but Bob's there to keep it out. And he hits the push kick like I've said before. That is a very good weapon for Bob. He hits a very good push kick out of the back. It's not the fastest in the world, but he executes it well usually, and it rushes semi-long, so it will go past most defenses. Pipkin tries to get the ball now to his 3-rod. He's looking at creating a new series as he goes from the brush down every time in the lane to now he's going to a quicker series where he's trying to hit the brush, but it's going to be a much quicker series. And he goes back to the brush down angle from the same spot. It's just, he goes for a quick shot, expecting Bob not to be there, and Bob's there. But that cost him because the ball ultimately, after Ryan tried to clear it, goes off of Robbie's 5-bar right to his 3-bar, but Ryan makes the block on the straight, so Ryan gets a chance. And of course, he hits a beautiful 7 pull kick right out of there. Bob blocks it, tries a bank now, Robbie blocks that. Now Bob's got the ball set up in his push middle position he likes to hit from. And he tried near a far wall bank there, and Jeff picked it up with his 3-rod. So it's kind of a dangerous. That's how you get spiked sometimes. So we'll see if he goes back to just a standard push, and he does. Bounces off Ryan's man right to Robbie's 3-rod, but Robbie couldn't corral it in. And this time Ryan clears it Bounces off the back wall of Robbie and Bob right to the 3-rod of Robbie. Let's see if Robbie does something with this. He's just nuzzling up to it, trying to figure out where to go. Shoulder fakes, head fakes, man fakes, everything. Ryan doesn't go anywhere, stays home, and Robbie hits a straight right into his back of man. And there's a pull shot by Robbie, a pull push kick by Ryan, and it just amazes me to watch his hand-eye coordination, things he does. Jeff gets the ball, rebound, scores a push side, middle issue, kind of ish shot. And they go up 3-2. Second game. Second matchup doubles right here with Valero Bowling, South Center Mall area in Seattle, Tukwila, Washington, actually, I guess they call it. Robbie gets the ball this year, beautiful up pass. Get by Jeff Pipkin. Sets up his pull shot. And goes long around Brian defense. And look at that. We got a 3-3 game, folks. Robbie and Bobby doing everything they can to keep this thing from going into 5 games. So Jeff and Ryan holding on for dear life, trying to make it happen because they need to score and keep the pressure on them if they want to go any further. This is it for them, man. They would have lost the first game. They need to get this game, or they don't want to go down 2 over these guys. And they just gave up a really sloppy shot by Robbie out of the back, bouncing off all kinds of guys, the banks and angles, and of course that creates the really ugliest shot there is, the slop shot goalies hate. There it goes. Bob makes a steal. Mike gets it on his 3-rod, and I think he's going to try to shoot it. Robbie gets the go-ahead to shoot the roller, or he's going to call timeout and put Robbie up there. And Robbie will go back to his full shot. Four to 3, folks. Second game, second match. Robbie and Bobby up right now. This match, this game. 1 game and 4-3 second game. Jeff walks up behind Ryan and says, I'll block this. It was my fault that he got it, so I'll take the responsibility here and block it. Or he thinks he can block it better, one of the two. We're going to about to see which one it is, folks, here in a second. As they call time in, put the ball back in play. Jeff sets his defense up. Robbie eyes it over really quick. Takes a look at it. Noses up to the ball and goes long and scores. Folks, there we have it. 2 games to none. Second match. Not looking great for Jeff and Ryan, but they've had their backs up against the wall many times in the past, so don't think this is over yet, folks. Don't be surprised to still see it go 5 games, because these guys just got a ton of talent on the other side, a lot of offense. They'll get it done. When their back's against the wall, they come out and fire usually. We'll take a little break in the action here. Go back in just a minute. All right, folks, back and breaking the action. A lot of bouncing around there. Ball came back to just 5 bars, started everything all over again. Quick wall pass, gets in the ball on his 3-rod. They need to score often and fast and quick. They've got to put some points on the board and get ahead of these guys quick. Otherwise, it's going to be a short night. And Jeff nails the far side push roller on Bob and immediately switches and goes back to the back. I think it's more because Ryan's 5-bar has been giving Robbie fits all night. And Robbie's been passing great on everybody. Ryan's by far put the best defense up against them all night. All right, Bob's got the ball out of the back, goes for a push shot, kind of cuts it back towards Robbie's 3-bar, but bounces off of Ryan's 5-bar and back in his area again, and now Jeff's got the area ball back here. He's 2-rod looking to clear the ball or pass it or score it out of the back here. Makes a good pass, lane, a little bit deep. Ryan was expecting it closer to the wall, so he didn't pick it up. They got to pick up the ball. The ball dies in Bob's area. New clock. And then he shoots a push shot out of the back, and it slops in off of a wall bank, couple of guys, and just not the kind of thing you want to happen if you're trying to win a match like this, but there's usually nothing you can do about it, because I call it the science of foosball, because it simply just bends and breaks all the rules of physics and the laws of physics sometimes this game. So he's taking a look, goes in a quick middle right away on Robbie. Robbie does not let him have it. Sets his defense up again as Jeff's eyeing it, trying to figure out what to do. Takes a quick look at it. Takes a poke, and Robbie makes the ball bounce and makes the block. Bobby's setting up his 5-bar is a little different than everybody else's here. It's not quite as smooth. He does a lot of herky-jerky bouncing, but it's very effective. And he gets the ball well on his 3-rod. So he's got it back to his 5-bar. A little tic-tac action real quick. Go to the wall, do something. And he does this time. He gets the pass. Sets up a roller. We'll see if he actually is going to shoot. Looks like he's going to shoot. He's going to shoot. And he likes the push side. He favors the push side. And Ryan knows that, and he's sitting out there on that push side. Oh, quick lane by Bob. Bob seems to be doing well up there in front. And now we'll see what he does with Ryan. Oh, he goes around that push side. He loves the push side. You can't give that to Bob. You got to make him go the other way. Everybody knows that, and Ryan probably kicking himself for letting him have that side. Jeff's got the ball on his 5. He's going to look to get it to his 3. Bob makes a great defensive play, gets bounced back to his 5-bar off the back wall after he spiked his first pass. This time Jeff's up to the task, getting it to his 3-rod, makes a good defense play on his 5-bar. Bob gets it back and cuts the ball hard, and Ryan makes an amazing save. And not only that, he crushes it as soon as he gets his man on the ball and hits it. You get the ball back in play. Ryan hits a full kick slingshot out of the back, gets it to Jeff's 5-bar off of a bunch of bounces. Jeff hits that beautiful series as usual where he's either going down or up, hits a little straight poke up through. Now he's going long, push side right around Robbie's defense, and we've got a tie game here. But tie games aren't going to be good enough for Ryan and Jeff. They really got to win this game or they're going home. As Robbie and Bobby have a 2-games-to-none lead in the final match. Robbie gets the ball, sets it up on his 3-rod for a pull shot. Ryan's a little bit more urgent with his defense, but Robbie goes right around him long. Hits a really good long. Strokes it home and long, as Jim Stevens would say. Jeff tries the quick wall pass again. This time Bob says, I'm not falling for that again, and unbelievably, Ryan clears the ball, bouncing it over 3 rods, it looked like, right to Jeff's 3-rod, who sets it up for the roller. Immediately he's going in shooting position. And let's see what he does. He's looking at, I think he's looking at the pull side. And he goes with a kind of a juke to the pull and back to the push middle. Just a little off center there, but it's perfectly executed as Robbie opened his, as we'd say in football, opens his legs up and lets the ball come right through there. So there we go. Gets the ball to his 3-rod, Robbie does, as usual. Sets up his pull shot. And he is feeling it now. He's shooting it whenever he wants, at whatever hole he wants. Jeff Pipkin makes the block on the straight. I think he's kicking himself for trying a straight instead of a long. And now they make a switch. Ryan comes back to the back. And I'm going to guess Ryan's probably going to try to pass it to Jeff. Or he may score it, try to shoot it. And he's good at both. But we'll see what happens here. I know they want to get Jeff the ball in the 3-rod. He seems to be shooting well right now. So that's the goal, to get it up there as fast as they can. Jeff asks Ryan, ready? Ryan says, yep, let's go. And they call, okay, we're ready. You ready? We timeout. And he does exactly what I thought he was. Makes a simple pass off his back man, up the lane, right to Jeff. It bounced off the back wall. He missed it, but Bobby didn't corral it. So off the 3-rod. Makes a good shot, but Bob makes a better defensive play on the push side. Sets up his push shot now. Bob does the 2-bar. Tries to push. I think he was passing that. I don't think that was a shot. Sets it up in his middle position. He likes to put it at and hits a bank off the far wall, which Ryan corrals up pretty easily. And Ryan hits his pull kick and it lands up on Robbie's 5-bar, who is now setting up to make a pass. And Jeff makes a block. Well, it's 5-bar and he gets the steal off of Robbie's 5-bar. That's not often you see that, folks. He steals the ball. But then he tries that lane pass high and Robbie's there to spike it right back in the hole of Ryan and Jeff. And Jeff looks at it in disbelief like that didn't just happen. Jeff sets the ball up. Gets it to his 3-rod. High lane pass. Sets his roller up and goes push. He is hitting that push side. He's hitting that ferociously tonight. Jeff and Ryan make the switch. I think Ryan defending the 5-bar. He wants to get him up there better. For better defense on the 5-bar. And I think Jeff's going to block him a little better than Ryan is right now. Robbie moves the ball around. Tic-tac, a little slow tic-tac brush series. There it is. Nice, beautiful up pass. It's up lane pass to his 3-bar. He sets it up for the match, for the title, right here, folks. And Jeff Pipkin is up for the block. Calls a timeout immediately and says, Ryan, get me the ball. I'm hot. I can score. Get me the ball. My push side's unstoppable. That's what Pipkin's saying right now to himself. So we'll see what Ryan does, because last time he quick passed immediately, got a Jeff 3-rod. Ryan could hit all kinds of things out of the back. Who knows what he's going to do? Surprisingly, the one thing I don't see him shoot very often, I would think I'd see more, would be just a simple pull shot, because he's got such a great pull shot, out of the back even. But he does a lot of stuff with the ball and gets it clear. That's all that matters. He does a pull push kick, hits it back to the middle of the table, clears it to Bobby, and Bobby immediately, it's a short bank that I think, very fortunately for Jeff and Ryan, didn't go in the hole. They somewhat blocked it, but it wasn't 100% blocked, and I think that they got lucky on that one because it bounced and dribbled around off of the post. Jeff got the ball off a bunch of bouncing around loose balls, gets it on his 3-rod. Don't know if he's going to call timeout. Might put Robbie back there if he does. And he may want to shoot on Bob, and he does. And he hits the middle. Bob's there. But Jeff had exhausted his time, and you only get 15 seconds. And even they don't have refs timing stuff. They all play an ethical game here, all these guys. Bob sets up his push shot. Can hit a push kick, though. That's I've said before. You've seen before. Sets it out and tries the push kick, and it turned into somewhat of a lucky, fortuitous bounce, like a pass to the far 3-bar, fireman on the 3-bar Robbie. But didn't get through the 5-bar. Robbie tries the 5-bar uphill, and Jeff gets a piece of it, bounces it back to his partner, Ryan Harvey. He's got the ball on his 2-bar, getting ready to shoot, and bounces one off the back wall to Jeff Pipkin's 3-rod. I don't know if he's going to call timeout. We'll see this time if he calls timeout or not. So, oh no, I think they've used both the timeouts, so they can't call. I'm mistaken about that. Sets it up. Goes pull side and just got a piece. Bob just got a piece of the side there. Now we got Ryan looking at shooting pull kicks and anything he can to get the ball up there to Jeff, or even score maybe. He does a sling out of the back, corrals the ball before it sneaks away. Hits a beautiful pull kick, 7. But just got a couple pieces of it there, and Bob gets it and puts it into his middle push position. Robbie Hayes got the ball on his 5-bar off a bunch of bouncing, and here we go. He's going to look to pass it to get to his 3-rod. And gets it to the up man. It's an up brush to his 3-run. Robbie for the match to end it all right here. Sets it up in the pole position. Throws a couple fakes and hits it long, and they win. Right there, folks. Open doubles champion, Seattle Open right here. Robbie Hayes, Bob Barnett beat Jeff and Ryan Pipkin. Just kind of not happy with himself. He had 3 shots to win, and he's shaking his head going, what did I do wrong?